Wait. You go that way. I do that. I just do the math.
All right. Welcome to the annual Pella Municipal Airport annual Tulip Time flight breakfast. We're excited to have a good crowd from town here. The weather was a little low this morning, but it's improving. Airplanes are trickling in, one coming in as we speak. So love to have you join us. It's a yearly event, chance to see what the airport's about. Our local corporate operators are showing off what they do, and come on out and see us. Cool.
What's for breakfast? Oh, we got pancakes.
Soft offer to go to 450. Basically, just waiting for
It's a giant!
Quite a long line for breakfast. Yeah.
Tulip time going? Having fun?
welcome to Pella on this kind of damp day. It seems just like it would be in the Netherlands. So the group I have performing for you today are the Duchesses, and they are high school girls from both Pella Community and Pella Christian High School. They volunteer all their time. We are sponsored by Pella Historical Society. They're wearing authentic Dutch costumes, and we have a little program that we'll do, and I'll let them introduce their next song.
Jeanette and her little wooden shoes. This is a story of a little Dutch girl whose charm and frivolity turned all the heads of the little Dutch lads. She chose the king's son and stole away with him at night, but her wooden shoe tracks in the snow were the clues to those who pursued her.
Spring comes in May and the heart is free. In May it brings sunshine, flowers in the meadows, and the earth laughs with beauty.
Two Kittens. This is a song for children. The first verse is sung in English and the second in Dutch. And just in case you don't understand Dutch, it's about two monkeys who are scraping carrots.
or in English, Summer Joy. This lively folk dance interprets the happiness of summer. Notice how the boy chooses the girl and the girl chooses the boy.
Our next song is the Basum. What do you do with it? The Basum translated is the broom. What do you do with it? You sweep. What do you sweep? The floor.
The Basum, but you better name, the nectar name, the floor, the floor, the floor. The Basum, the Basum, the Basum, the Basum, the Basum, the
Bruder Jakob translated, Are You Sleeping, Brother Jacob? A song to delight those who love to sing in rounds.
Bruder Jakob, schlaf dein Ohr, alle Wagen leiden, bim bom bom, bim bom bom. Bruder Jakob, schlaf dein Ohr, alle Wagen leiden, Bruder Jakob, schlaf dein Ohr, alle Wagen leiden, bim bom bom, bim bom bom.
Inter Gloria is a celebration or a feast song that means long shall they live. Is there anyone in the audience that has an anniversary or a birthday this week? Or does someone want to stand in our circle? You want to stand in our circle?
Right before the wedding.
Okay, and stand in our circle.
Oh, I understand. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Our next song is entitled Driekestrid, or in English, Young Hang. It is about a young man and his courtship. Wooden shoes on a cobble street in Holland would be a familiar sound. In this song entitled Wooden Shoes, you'll hear the clip, clop, clop as day breaks, and all is quiet when the shoes are put to rest.
Our final song is Tiptoe Through the Tulips, a 1929 extravaganza from the musical Gold Diggers on Broadway. This song is perfect for our lovely city of tulips, Pella.
Tiptoe from your pillow.
Jeanette and her little wooden shoes. This is the story of a little Dutch girl whose charm and frivolity turned all the heads of the little Dutch lads. She took the king's son to stow away with him at night, but her wooden shoe tracks in the snow were the clues to those who pursued her.
versus Dutch. And just in case you don't know Dutch, it's about two monkeys who are scraping carrots.
I saw two kittens wearing mittens, oh it was a precious sight. Two little kittens wearing mittens, hand and feet, and I am right. Ho, 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 I stood there and saw it all. Stopped way up in Porto Scrappin', oh it was in wonder, 'twas in wonder, love and wonder, that they up and scrappin' pumpkin, hee, 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 ha, 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 sun and mine and cake and love.
Our next song is entitled Bluebird, or in English, Summer Tree. This mighty voltage interprets the happiness of summer. Notice how the boy chooses the girl and the girl chooses the boy.
Wooden shoes in a cobbled street in Holland would be a familiar sound. In this song, entitled Wooden Shoes, you'll hear the clip, clop, flop as day breaks, and at night, all is quiet as the shoes are put to rest.
Wooden shoes in a Holland town. Cobbled streets and wooden shoes make a Holland sound. All is quiet when it's night and stars begin to shine. Wooden shoes are put to rest, one shoe at a time. Day will break, people wake, sleepy as can be. Soon you'll hear those wooden shoes making harmony. Everywhere in Holland town you'll hear them flip-flop, 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 flip-flop. In a village shop, wooden shoes in a Holland town. Cobbled streets and wooden shoes make a Holland sound. Flip-flop.
Our final song is Tiptoe Through the Tulips, a 1929 extravaganza from the musical Gold Diggers of Broadway. This song is so appropriate for Pella, the lovely city of tulips.
Tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be, and tiptoe through the tulips with me.
another nice round of applause for the Duchesses. Pretty obvious why we're very proud of that group. I want to take the honor and privilege to bring up Jessie Galligan. She's the director of Pella Historical for a few opening remarks for our festival.
Good afternoon and welcome to Pella's 90th annual Tulip Time Festival. At Pella Historical Museums and Tulip Time, we are proud to share Pella's history and heritage with you this weekend. Pella Historical has been the primary sponsor and organizer of Tulip Time since 1936. The festival has grown and changed over the last 9 decades, but the heart of it remains the same, celebrating our community's history and vibrant culture. As you explore Tulip Time today, take advantage of all the festival has to offer. From parades and poppages, to art shows and quilt shows, from windmills and museums, to trolley rides and tractor wagon rides, there is so much to see and do. At Pella Historical, we are grateful to everyone who makes our festival possible. At this time, I would like to specifically recognize the thousands of volunteers, supporters, and community partners who play a role in Tulip Time's success. Please join me in a round of applause to express our thanks.
Thank you, Jesse. Now I have another privilege of bringing and welcoming to the stage our Burgomeister, Mr. Randy Sikkema. The Burgomeister is an honorary mayor position for the 3 days of the festival, and I believe Randy is celebrating his 25th year of being our Burgomeister. For speaking of volunteers and someone who's stepped out and done a lot for our community, how about a round of applause for Mr. Randy Sikkema.
Thank you, Brian. And Brian's humble. He's been doing this Tulip Time gig just as long as I have. Dominic Schulte's house. Dominic Schulte that founded our town in 1847 with 700 Holland immigrants. Brian and I came in 1851. So, welcome to the 90th annual Tulip Festival. It's our 90th one. Yeah, that's cool. 1936 it started, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But this is our 90th annual. Welcome to Pella. We've got you authentic Dutch weather today. A little rain, a little clouds, a little damp, just like in Holland. We go all out here. In the next few minutes, we'll have the presentation of the colors, along with the American and the Dutch national anthems. We'll have the processional of our 2024 Tulip Festival Queen. We will also share with you our popular parade of provinces, and I get the honor of crowning the 2025 Tulip Festival Queen and present to you her royal court. At this time, we ask that you direct your attention to the tower as we present the colors. Presenting the colors this afternoon are members of the Pella Boy Scouts Troop 373. Carrying the American flag is Evan Cam. Carrying the Dutch national flag is Claire Cam. Carrying the Iowa flag is Seth Pierce. Carrying the troop flag is Everett Thompson. We will sing both the Dutch and national, both of the American national anthem and the Dutch national anthem. Remain standing if you are, if you're able. If you're unable, that's fine. And singing both anthems for us this afternoon is the very talented Mr. Joe Tungan. Thanks, Joe.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Wilhelmus Vanus Benig van Duchenblut, den war der lange Trauer, Benig ihr Tod den Jüt, in Prince van Orange, Benig wir hoch erwüht, den Honig van Hispanie, hebig alltid gehüt.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Scout Troop 373. You fellows can go down the far ramp. Going that way. Sorry. Thank you. Great job, guys and gals. And great job, Joe. How about Joe for a singer, huh? The founders of Pella and the many people who came to this community in succeeding years came for religious freedom. Would you please join me in a prayer of thanksgiving as we recognize the source and essence of life, both of us today and those who have gone before us. Let us pray. Our Father, God of all nations, God of the states and cities from which we come, God of our lives, we give you praise for our roots. We give you praise for those who have sacrificed in the past so we might enjoy freedom. We ask now that your presence may bless this great nation. We ask that your presence may bless this celebration. And above all, we ask that you may bless the lives of all those who celebrate here today. Amen. All right, we ask now that you direct your attention to the west end of the street as we begin the processional music and present our 2024 Tulip Festival Queen, Miss Mia Andergard. She's accompanied by the 2025 Pages and Flower Girls. Serving as the Queen's pages, preceding the Queen, are on the bleacher side, Macy Van Wardhuizen, daughter of Shane and Sarah Van Wardhuizen, and sister of one of our attendants, Ella, this year. On the park side is Audrey Voss, daughter of Ryan and Nicole Voss. Serving as the Flower Girls, following the Queen, are on the bleacher side, Hazel Oxner, daughter of Brian and Becky Oxner, and on the park side, Haley Hoyting, daughter of Dan and Jenna Hoyting. Each year at this time, the citizens of Pella want to share the essence of their roots with visitors, friends, and families. Amid the tulips and pageantry, we want to commemorate our Dutch heritage. The first Tulip Festival was celebrated in 1936. For that festival, there were 125 4-foot-tall wooden tulips planted in the park. They didn't decide to have the first tulip time until the winter before, and there were no bulbs in the ground. So they made 125 4-foot-tall wooden tulips, stuck them in the ground, and we had our first Tulip Festival. Today, there's over 250,000 tulip bulbs planted around our beautiful town in many colors and varieties, blooming for the festival. You're invited to enjoy our beautiful parks, our flower show, and our tulip gardens as we pay tribute to the country of our forefathers. Pella's Tulip Festival is held during the first weekend in May. We want to celebrate the life and the customs of our ancestors at the time of the founding of Pella in 1847. We wear the style of clothes they wore, enjoy the songs and dances, and of course wear the wooden shoes, which are sometimes called the klampen. The Netherlands has a style of architecture that is unique in the world, and in Pella we've captured the flavor of that style. There's an ongoing building program, the latest of which is our Vermeer Mill and our Molengraaf Canal. We want Pella to remain a touch of Holland. The maintaining of our Dutch heritage is a tribute to Dominee Peter Schulte and the colony of 700 pioneer settlers. In the year 1847, these settlers came through St. Louis by wagon trails and buffalo trails, only to find only 2 small log cabins when they got here. After months of hardships and years of building, we proudly show you the result of their dream. The group left the Netherlands to escape religious persecution. Here in Pella, they gained the right to worship God in peace and freedom. The name Pella means City of Refuge. The name was chosen because of a city in Asia Minor about 60 miles north of Bethlehem that dated back to the year 68 AD and was settled for the same religious freedom as Pella, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our 2024 Tulip Festival Queen, Miss Mia Andringa, escorted by her father, Jason. Thank you, Jason. You may give her a hug or a kiss. You may be seated. Thank you for letting us borrow your daughter for a year. We'd now like to show you the style of clothing that our ancestors wore in the Netherlands around the time that they immigrated to Pella in the late 1840s. Each of the 12 provinces, plus many of the towns and villages, had their own unique style of dress. We'd like to ask, we have 2 experts with us now this year, clothing experts, discuss with us and show us some of the many interesting features of the various styles for both men and women. We call this show our Parade of Provinces, and it will be presented by Amy Steenhoek and Julie Vanderwerf. They're sisters, by the way, and they've both been on Tulip Time Royal Courts in the past, just a couple of years ago.
Good afternoon. The Netherlands is a very small country. It includes many small islands. Each island and village was like a little country with its own dress and customs. This diversity of dress remained until communication made the villages and islands less isolated. Every village had their own distinctive dress. You could tell their prosperity, religion, or marital status. The clothing of the noblemen and the clergy were different from that of the merchants, farmers, fishermen, or craftsmen and their wives. About 1898, during Queen Wilhelmina's reign, a study found over 250 different styles of dress being worn in this small country. In the 17th century, Holland was a haven for refugees. Many brought with them not only their faith, but also the dress of their native countries. Today we will show you only a sampling of clothing which was worn in the Netherlands and a flag representing their province. We begin this parade of provinces with 3 traditional dresses from the province of North Holland. To the rest of the world, this province has probably the most recognizable traditional dresses the world would claim as really Dutch. The first dress is from the 1790s and is from the region of Zandstreek, very near the city of Amsterdam. Zandstreek is the oldest industrial area in Europe, and by the late 18th century was one of the most affluent in the Netherlands. The area once had over 1,000 windmills, which provided wind and water power for the sawing of wood, grinding paint, making vegetable oil, grinding flour and mustard, and producing paper. This is one of the richest dresses ever worn in the Netherlands. If a farmer's wife in North Holland is wearing a golden pass, you can be certain that in her barn you will find at least 40 cows. And if she's wearing a pass made of silver, then you will find a minimum of 25 cows. When you think of a girl in Dutch dress, you picture a girl in a pointed white lace hat wearing wooden shoes. That stereotypical dress is from the small village of Volendam, located north of Amsterdam in the province of North Holland. The striped flannel skirt is that of a wedding guest and is to be worn only when the woman is related to the bride or for very special occasions. This skirt will spend by far the greater part of its life being pressed under the mattress with all its pleats neatly sewn together. It is a lot of work to starch the beautiful lace caps, so the women of Volendam store them in a large cake tin. Volendam is mainly a Catholic village. Another well-known village dress in North Holland is from the island of Marken. Until the Zuiderzee was sealed off from the North Sea, this little island suffered greatly with many floods. The women's cap is made of 7 pieces, which are not stitched, but rather pinned together. The hat was put on once a week, and the women slept in it for the entire week, half sitting up in bed. You will notice red is a very important color in many of the costumes. The red dye came from the roots of the modder plant, which was believed to prevent rheumatism and gout. Every piece of this dress is extensively embroidered and marked with the owner's initials. When not in use, each article of clothing was carefully folded and stored in small boxes. Marken is mainly a Protestant village. In the province of South Holland, we find the world's largest and most active seaport, Rotterdam, and the capital of the Netherlands, The Hague. The traditional dress was greatly influenced by the French. This is a most elegant dress. And what a beautiful headpiece. First, the woman wears a black undercap, completely covering the hair. This keeps the lace hat clean. Then, she has a coiled underwire decoration called an oorrizer. Over this is a very tight-fitting lace cap with long lace and tulle. The width of the lace indicates the wealth of the woman. This creates a very exquisite look. Along the North Sea, we find a group of islands making up the province of Zeeland. At high tide, most of the province is below sea level and is protected by a wall of sturdy dikes. The massive Delta Works project was erected after the 1953 floods in the Netherlands. Each island had its own distinctive dress. This elegant, colorful dress is from the island of Walcheren in the province of Zeeland. Notice the intricate cross-stitch patterns indicating the woman's life and hopes for her future. The second dress from Zeeland is from the area of South Beveland. Look at the lovely hats of our model. Depending on how it is pressed, the large overcap indicates its
are Protestant or Catholic. The Catholic women's hat will be more angular and the Protestant more rounded. These large overcaps were worn mostly on windless days. Our 2024 Queen Nina is wearing the dress of our knighted in the province of Zealand. The province of North Brabant is the largest of the 12 provinces and is known for its textile mills and chemical plants. The costumes here were greatly influenced in design of the French. The gorgeous hats made of eyelets, lace, and ribbons indicated the wealth of the woman. The outer hat is known as a coffer. The elegant hats would only be worn on Sundays, festive occasions, for visiting or traveling. The women vied with one another in regard to the size and elaborateness of their hats. It is known that some women were actually buried wearing their hats. The southernmost province in the Netherlands is Limburg. It is a popular resort area and is known for its mountains, some of which soar as high as 900 feet. This hat includes lots of lace and a wreath of flowers. When in mourning, the flowers are black. The muts, or hat, is very beautiful. Notice the many fine pleats or folds on this hat. In the middle of the Netherlands, we find the smallest province, Utrecht. It is a wooded area featuring stately mansions and castles, which date as far back as the 15th century. This dress is from the village of Spakenburg. The large, colorful floral print overlay, called a krapla, is made stiff with potato starch and pressed so it will stand out at the shoulders. The complete costume is put together with straight pins and safety pins, so it can be folded and stored easily. The white hat with the black underhat is hand crocheted. Women went to much effort to make different and unique patterns for their hats, so much so that they would sit in the back row of church, giving no one a chance to copy their hat pattern. The province of Gelderland is a hilly region with woods, national parks, and many popular resorts. The beautiful lace hat was worn only on Sundays or very special occasions. The bodice of this basic dark dress is greatly embellished with folds, buttons, and applique. The apron is usually colored during the week, but is black or gray on Sunday. Most often, a red, coral, and gold necklace was worn, unless the wearer was in mourning. Then the jewelry was made of silver and garnets or jet black beads. A unique village in the province of Overijssel is Heathorn. The village is built on a peat bog, has no streets, and the residents move about only by canal. The dress with the floral krapla, or vest, is tied around the waist with thread strings. Over this is pinned the scarf. The black padded hat is worn with a narrow silver orizer or cast, which has little brass spirals at the bottom ends. In the province of Drenthe, there are 50 ancient stone burial mounds which date back to 2500 BC. Many years ago, Drenthe was the largest peat producing region. Many canals were built to transport the peat. The interesting feature of this dress is a Victorian-style sleeve pleated at the top and elbow. A crescent-shaped ornament was often worn across the forehead, which would certainly give one an interest
northeast corner of the Netherlands, we find the agricultural province of Groningen. This lovely lace cap has 4 separate pieces. The oorrizer is unique to the Netherlands. It was worn as early as the 16th century and may have been designed to stop the caps from constantly blowing off. Women sometimes endured head sores from wearing these. The oorrizer or cast was made from silver, copper, iron, or even gold. The size of the metal used was an indication of the wearer's wealth. Notice that white stockings are worn with this dress.
You're going to be over there by your mom. Yeah.
The province of Friesland is the oldest province of the Netherlands. This area has been inhabited continuously for over 2,000 years. It is the northernmost province and is known for dairy farming and its numerous lakes and waterways. The Frisians were considered the guardians of the North Sea. The fabrics in these dresses were of the highest quality and quite expensive. Notice the gold oorrizer or cast with the decorative pins on the outside of the lace hat. The ornamental pins often included beautiful jewels and sometimes even diamonds. Attached to the waistband is a purse and a chatelaine consisting of a silver or gold chain from which a pincushion and needle case hang. And as you see our 2025 Queen Addison and Court coming down the street in a bit, you will notice that they are wearing dresses from this province of Friesland. We end this style show with a dress from the newest province, Flevoland, added in 1986. 2 polders plus an island form this entire province. A polder is a plot of land which has been reclaimed from the sea. Since most villages are new, we go to the village of Urk, which was an island but now is part of the polder. Formerly the men of Urk specialized in eel fishing. That ended when the Aflotsdijk cut off the Zuider Zee from the North Sea. Now the water is no longer salt water, but fresh water, or as the Dutch call it, sweet water. The women wear a basic black dress with this lovely embroidered vest-like front. The vest, or kroplap, is of a pastel color for Sundays. The lace headdress includes some yellow lace. The silver headband ends in gold tips in the shape of an animal head, which are supposed to poke into the women's cheeks. The small black circle on the back of the hat indicates if the woman is of marriageable age. As you see these costumes throughout the day, please take a closer look and notice the elegance and great diversity of traditional Dutch dress. Queen Mia, friends visiting from the Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our parade of provinces and costumes. And now, please welcome again our Tulip Time Burgermeister, His Honor, Randy Sikkema.
Thanks, Amy. Thank you, Julie. Great job, ladies. So a big round of applause for our announcers and our models. In just a moment, we'll have the processional of our 2025 Tulip Festival Queen in her court. But first, it is my responsibility to remove the symbols of office from our 2024 Queen, Miss Mia Andringa. Queen Mia, would you please express your parting words for our guests and friends as you conclude your reign?
Good afternoon and welcome to this year's Tulip Festival. It has been an honor for me to represent Pella this past year
2024 Tulip Queen. My court and I will cherish all our memories from this incredible experience and are eager to celebrate Tulip Time again this year. I praise God for the opportunity He gave me in this role. It has truly been an honor. Thank you.
It is now my responsibility to remove the robe of office from you. We know that having worn it once again today will provide another special memory for you as you're here and you serve as our 2024 Tulip Festival Queen. And we look fondly back on the good times that we had this year. Queen Mia, as I remove the crown from your head, I'm certain that you wore it with pride, with delight, and with joy, and that you will look back with fond memories knowing that you had the privilege of reigning as our 2024 Tulip Festival Queen. Oh, please make it easy for me. There. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2024 Tulip Festival Queen is Mia Anderson. Which has been the ruling family of the Netherlands since 1572. please welcome our 2025 Tulip Festival Queen, Miss Addison Banstra, the Royal Court, and their fathers who escort them. Fathers, you may give your daughters a hug and or a kiss, and you may be seated. For those of you old enough to remember Kodak cameras, now would be a Kodak moment for a few pictures. Before we get to the images in the middle of the Queen Addison Banstra is the daughter of Mike and Jill Banstra. Addison is a senior at Pella Christian High School, where she is involved in volleyball and softball. In her free time, Addison enjoys spending time with family and friends, gardening, crocheting, shopping, and watching sporting events. Next year, Addison will attend Iowa State University to major in event management. A couple of fun facts about Addison: her favorite color is pink, and her favorite bakery item is a cream horn. How many of you been to the bakery item? Queen Addison, you've been chosen by the citizens of Pella to represent them as queens of the 2025 festival. You and your attendants have already been good ambassadors representing Pella and our festival. You've traveled many miles telling the story of Pella's Dutch heritage. The theme this year is Our Heritage in Bloom. At this time, it is a pleasure that we present the lovely robe, which will symbolize your reign as queen. I will take the robe and place it on your shoulders with the congratulations of your friends here in Pella. We know that the wearing of this robe will provide you with many fond memories of your experience here today and then following to a picture. And now we come to the most dramatic part of the ceremony. I have the honor of crowning the 2025 Tulip Festival Queen. Addison, please kneel. Addison, you are a charming queen. You portray dignity and grace. May God bless you today and during your year as reigning the Tulip Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. The 2025 Tulip Festival Queen, Miss Addison Banstra. Queen, this moment in time is yours. Would you greet your family, friends, and guests?
Hello everyone. On behalf of my entire court, I want to thank you for coming to Pella's 90th Tulip Time. We're so excited to share our beautiful heritage in town with you all. I'd like to thank God for this day and for bringing us all here together, and for this incredible opportunity to represent Pella as Tulip Queen. I cannot be more honored. I hope that you see God's love and light through the joy that this festival brings. The festival theme this year is Our Heritage in Bloom, and I hope your time here includes great parades, food, history, and of course, tulips. We're so excited for these next 2 days and to experience it all with you. Thank you.
Our outgoing queen, Queen Mia, has a presentation for Queen Addison.
step into this role in such an elegant, authentic, and fun way. You have brought such a grace and humility into your queenship, and the relationships between you and your court are so special. This loving cup is a symbol of your reign and represents all the past queens who have come before. Carry with pride, reign with love, and enjoy every moment of these next 3 days. On behalf of all the past queens, we love you and have a wonderful trip.
It is now my privilege to introduce to you the Royal Court, the 2025 Royal Court. Our first attendant this afternoon is Miss Ella Van Wardhuizen. Ella is the daughter of Shane and Sarah Van Wardhuizen. She is a senior at Pella High School, where she participates in dance team, show choir, marching band, and drama. Ella enjoys singing and dancing, arts and crafts, shopping, thrifting, and Bible studies with friends. Ella will attend Central College in the fall to study communications and graphic design. Here's a fun fact about Ella: ice cream is her favorite food group. Mine too. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ella Van Wardhuizen. Our next attendant is Miss Maggie Heinen. Maggie is the daughter of John and Tricia Heinen. Maggie is a senior at Pella Christian High School, where she enjoys playing volleyball. In her free time, she likes boating, jet skiing, fishing, and hanging out with family and friends. Maggie will attend cosmetology school this fall at PCI Academy in Ames. A couple of fun facts about Maggie: she dislikes onions, they are her least favorite food, and she speaks fluent Spanish. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Maggie Heinen. Our next attendant this afternoon is Miss Lindy Schulte. Lindy is the daughter of Matt and Carol Schulte. She is a senior at Pella High School. Lindy participates in volleyball, track, and choir. She also enjoys baking, painting, singing, pottery, working out, doing manicures, and hanging out with friends. This fall, she will attend cosmetology school at PCI Academy in Ames. Lindy's fun fact: she dislikes the color orange unless it's on a tulip. And speaking of plants, she loves them, but she has a tendency not to keep them alive. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lindy Schulte. Our next attendant is Miss Claire Westerkamp. Claire is the daughter of Brent and Christine Westerkamp. She is a senior at Pella Christian High School, where she runs track and plays volleyball. Claire also enjoys cooking and baking, shopping, traveling, and spending time with family and friends. Claire will attend Northwestern College in Orange City to major in nursing and run track. Claire's fun fact is that she has been fluent in Spanish since 7th grade. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Claire Westerkamp. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm round of applause honoring our 2025 Tulip Festival Queen, Miss Madison Bannister, and the Royal Court. Ladies, you may be seated to enjoy the next portion of the show.
I look out at this beautiful crowd of people. Do we have anybody here that's outside of Iowa? Nobody? Oh, over here. Where are you all from? North Dakota. North Missouri. Okay, very good. How about you? That's from your, okay, all of Missouri.
Oh, my foot's in my pocket. Sorry.
Look at these folks go and strut and go and strut. Eddie, orange zip. Oh, good to see you, Ron and Bonnie. Yeah, good to come down to Pella. See how it's done. Way to go. St. Louis and South Dakota. Arkansas. Amazing. Gregory, you having a good time? Wonderful. Move to Pella. Illinois, Texas. Texas right there. Okay, great. They come from where? Alabama. Very good. Glad you're here. Very good. Anybody here from our state? Oh, local. Rocky Mountain. I'm glad that you're here tonight. Not bad. I'll go up there. They're behind the fence. Where's everybody from here? Anybody from our state? Denver, Colorado. Way to go.
How do you know? Okay.
You left Winter to come to Iowa. Way to go. How's it going over here? You feel the scrubbing card?
A little bit.
Who do you think doing a better job, the gals or the guys?
Definitely the girls.
Definitely the girls. You heard it here.
Other way.
Oh, look at you. How's it going?
Good.
Good. Very good. You look nice.
Howdy.
Anybody here from out of town? Austin, Texas. Way to go.
Yeah, there's another
Chicago. Minnesota. Very good. All right. Indiana. Oh, look at there. Tokyo, Japan. You've come the farthest. That's the longest ride. Way to go. Wisconsin. The G stands for. Oh, Green Bay, that's right. Where are you from? Jamaica. That is cool. All right, cool running. Look at this. I think we're just about done. And we'll be sweet early. Then we're ready to say with the green. It is acceptable. It looks wonderful. You guys did a great job. Let's let these rubbers for getting the streets ready.
I could do it. Took a picture of the seat cover. Is that a big
Official proclamation. Our town crier, Tulip, who followed in his father's footsteps, is celebrating his 25th year as town crier. Let's thank him for his service. Since 1936, Tulip Historical has been the sponsor and organizer of our annual festival, and they enjoy inviting visitors from all over the world to our little town. While you're in Pella, be sure to visit the Vermeer Windmill, the historical village, and the boyhood home of Wyatt Earp. Please help me in thanking the Pella Police, the Marion County Sheriff's Office, and the Iowa State Patrol for all of their assistance during Tulip time as well as throughout the year. Representing the Pella Police Department this evening in the K-9 unit is Sergeant Hunter Borchi and K-9 Alley. In the Marion County Sheriff's car is Deputy and representing the Iowa State Patrol is Trooper John Ford. in 1945.
Great job.
This youth-led organization helps young people develop character, citizenship, mental and fitness traits to become responsible, self-reliant citizens. The troop has supported 83 youth in earning the highest rank of Eagle Scout. What's for Scouts practicing their motto, be prepared, and their oath to help other people at all times. Now it's my privilege to introduce the Pella Christian High School Marching Eagles, composed of 37 students in grades 9 through 12 at Pella Christian High School. They are under the direction of Scott Marin and led by drum majors Abby DeBerg and Emma DeBooth. Tonight the band will be performing Starward Parade Sequence. The mission of the Pella Christian High School band is to provide the student musician with a balanced, well-rounded, non-boundary music education. This year, these elegant lace and satin costumes reflect the fashion trends of the Friesland province from around 1865, an era when the wealth from the Frisian horses and cattle allowed the purchase of such fine fabrics. In our next carriage, we have Queen Addison's Royal Court. It includes Maggie Heinen, the daughter of John and Tricia Heinen, Lindy Schulte, the daughter of Matt and Carol Schulte, Ella Van Mortensen, the daughter of Shane and Sarah Van Mortensen, and Claire Westerke, the daughter of Brent and Christine Westerke. Made over 30 appearances these past several months, promoting Pella and the veterans and their families, promote patriotism for youth, and support community programs and events. The American Legion Post 89 and VFW Post 5242 thank you and the Pella community for the support of veterans. In the Netherlands, street vendor carts and open markets are the traditional way of shopping. Our next entry is the Blumenwagen. Beautiful flowers are popular around the world and especially popular in Pella at Tulip time. This flower cart is loaded with many varieties of tulips and other flowers. It's loaded with vegetables were then harvested and sold door to door or at a central market village. We are happy to share the colorful flags of the provinces in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is divided into 12 provinces. Here we go with the names: Drenthe, Flevoland, Friesland, Gelderland, Groningen, Limburg, North Brabant, North Holland, Overijssel, South Holland, Utrecht, and Zeeland. This next unique round float is one of our traditional parade entries and is a favorite. Known as the Parade of Provinces float, it consists of a revolving platform on which these brave Dutch women display their authentic costumes, representing the distinctive dress of each of the 12 provinces. Many of these costumes have been imported directly from Holland, and tailored by seamstresses in Pella, with authenticity as the goal. Fresh from inspecting our streets for the street scrubbers, Pella's mayor, Pella Tulip. He served as Pella's mayor since 2020. Don and the entire city staff would like you for joining us this evening. Next up are members of Pella's City Council. Our council members work hard with an eye to the future to ensure that Pella continues to thrive. City Council members include Mark Dion, Harold Stryland, Lynn Branderhorst, John Butler, Spencer Carlson, and Dave Hopkins. The Friendship Float celebrates our commitment to building meaningful relationships with the people around us. The Friendship Float is sponsored by the Spirit of Pella, collaborating with members of our community in support of arts, culture, and special events. We are so pleased this evening to welcome the 2025 Orange City Royal Court, who join us all the way from Northwest Iowa. These amazing young people represent Orange City at their Tulip Festival, and we invite you to join them May 15, 16, and 17. With us today are Queen Daly, Lisa, and bicycle built for 3 plus 1 more. This bicycle is one of fewer of the 30 that were built by the Schwinn Company during the 1950s. Today, 5 generations of the Anduin family continue the tradition of riding the bike. The next entry is the Frisian Fantasy Farmer Float. This float is painted in the traditional Indian style by local artist Valley de Rouge. In 1862, the city of Pella appointed Nicholas Earp as its new marshal. Nicholas was the father of the very, very, very famous Wyatt Earp. Actually, the most famous marshal and gunfighter in American Western history. Here we see Wyatt and his brothers Virgil, James, and Morgan, who were made famous at the gunfight at the OK Corral in Tombstone, Arizona, in 1881. The Earp family lived in Pella for 14 years, and his boyhood home is located in the Pella Historical Village. The milk cart is coming. In the Netherlands, this cart would have traveled door to door to sell milk. Can you imagine the wheels on the brick streets next to the canal with animated bartering going on? Following that is the chocolate candy cart. The Dutch are famous for their chocolate, even enjoying it spread on their toasted bread for breakfast. It's called a chocolate shop. The bright, honey, bread, and yellow of the cart help attract hungry customers. Like other immigrants of her day, Maria Sculti, the wife of Pella's founder, packed everything she would need in March with a crate, including her precious adult tea set. Unfortunately, the journey from the Netherlands to Pella was not kind of dishes and most arrived early in the March. And so was Maria. At her home, where she painted and played piano with her guests. Our next great entry is the Burgermeister Randy Sycamore. He is our honorary mayor during Tulip time. Randy has been Burgermeister for Pella since 2000. He very much enjoys his role, and this evening he is accompanied by members of his team. Following our Burgermeister are the future Burgermeisters of our community. These and the fellows are auditioning to become the honorary mayor of Pella's Tulip Time Festival. Well, a few years her to bear on the individual state title and set a new all-time record for the 5K. Children and adults enjoy ice skating on the turning canals in the Netherlands. This unique cart could supply all your needs. Sharpen your stakes, provided warm pepper start, or even the best cocoa. Of course, sharp skates don't do much good if you don't know how to use them. A skate pool is a common way for children to learn to skate in the Netherlands. Here we have some Pella orchestra students adapting ice skate pole for parade use. This is Dutch ingenuity on display. Carrying the 100th anniversary banner this evening is Adam Barber, who is the great-grandson of Pella Corporation's founder, and he is the current chairman of the board. Adam and the 10,000 team members are proud to be celebrating 100 years. Corporation celebrates today at the For 100 years and counting, Pella Corporation is proud to make life brighter. from around the country to reconnect with family, friends, and especially with their royal court members. Others live here in Pella and continue to bless our community with many acts of service. Following that is a future Queen's float. Costumes, crowns, and carriages abound in the green snake oil doctor Jeremiah Heidelberg might have the potion to cure what ails you. His all-organic, homegrown special recipe can do, well, perhaps do all of these things. Heal toothache, backaches, fevers, coughs, consumption, heart buckles, rheumatism, sciatica, strains, mosquito bites, snake bites, and frostbite. And if your dog seems sickly, they might cure him too. This traveling wagon is a replica of those from the late 1800s. Recently renovated from top to bottom, the muscle cart float includes an authentic replica of a cart from halfway the Netherlands. Horse-drawn carriages like this one aided the fishermen as they were hauling in their nets full of mussels and clams. Mussels are so tasty and popular in Holland that they are often referred to as black gold. Bicycle delivery cart originally made home deliveries in the Netherlands, selling fresh breads and pastries from house to house. Dutch letters and St. Nicholas have been favorites of customers for over a century in Pella. Many of our bakeries today trace their roots back to the bakeries in the Netherlands. There are some bakery family members are manning the carts. The Pella Community School District is proud to present a tradition of strong academic and extracurricular activities. Starting in preschool, teachers and staff work with love as they pursue excellence. This little brown brick schoolhouse that you see represents our school, our town's first school that dates back to 1855. The wooden shoemaker is so busy carving wooden shoes, trying to keep ahead of the demand. He guarantees his work, no knots, no scoops, and no nails. Well, no toenails, that is, if they don't fit properly. Our shoemaker will gladly during Tulip time, you can see the wooden shoemakers at work in the wooden shoe room on the grounds of the Pella Historical Village. It is a must-see destination as part of your Tulip time adventure. We thank Randall Rootman for sponsoring the float. Building trades in the Pella area. The cart is filled with tools from the time of Pella's founding. The Timmerman is Dutch for carpenter, and our master carpenter is Pella's own Randy Wyman. The big cart, donated by the corporation, is a popular street and cart town in the Netherlands. The Dutch pride themselves in keeping their homes in excellent condition. Even today, Dutch wood paint continues its tradition of quality and durability. The popular colors new and tulips blooming, a sign of God's faithfulness. They invite you to see reminders of this in the beauty of tulips and creation. Here comes the bologna cart and its perfect partner, the cheese vendor. You may have noticed the rich smell of smoked meats in the air of Pella, a sign near one of the two Pella famous meat markets. Aldrich Meat Market, founded in 1941, and the Hinchbelt's Meat Market. Please stop by during the day for one of the famous Pella cheese, the hot wagon could be seen on the streets of the Netherlands going door to door. Be sure to try some of the famous cheeses locally made. The Hawkeye Council of the Calvinists Cadet Corps would like to welcome you. The cadets have had another busy year. Camping, hiking, canoeing, building, and racing around the Calvinists Cadet Corps has over 600 clubs throughout the United States, Canada, and Africa. Nearly 12,000 boys participate. The Perkins Wagon Company existed in California 1865 until 1957 when the factory was destroyed by fire. Featured on this wagon is a scale replica of the 1843 Tuttle cabin, which is considered the birthplace of Pella. You can visit the actual Tuttle cabin located at 608 Lincoln Street, just north of the town square. Riding in this next carriage is Abraham Lincoln. Dominique Schulte and Abraham Lincoln developed a close friendship through their shared commitment to the anti-slavery movement. In Schulte's role as vice president at the Republican National Convention of 1860, he was pivotal in Lincoln's nomination for the president and later attended his inauguration. Central College proudly presents Go Dutch with Us. Founded in 1853, Central is known for academic rigor, leadership formation, and its work creating genuine connections among students, faculty, staff, coaches, and alumni. Please visit central.edu if you're interested in growing in Pella and blooming at Central College. With more than 100 campus organizations, you can get involved in the fine arts, 21 different NCAA Division II varsity sports, and many other organizations on campus. Next is the Peace Homeschool Prairie Fire Drum Corps. They are thrilled to be making their second appearance at Pella's Tulip Time Festival. Let's give them a round of applause. Comprised of 6 talented members from Peace Homeschool Group. It's led by Joshua Lamb, a proud graduate of the Peace Homeschool Group. and services to individuals with disability in Marion, Alaska, Oak, and Warren County. They are so glad you are celebrating Tulip Time with us here this evening. 77 years ago, Premier had a vision that hard work could be made easier. Founded on a nearby farm, you can see the founder's house in the center of this beautiful Premier float. Inspired by the bright ideas and big aspirations, and the colorful and incredible people who put thoughtful inside the work. There's even a happy little Dutch tune entitled "De Bezem," meaning the broom. Riding along with it is the Klompen cart, which was very typical of the vendor carts used in Holland to sell wooden shoes. Wooden shoes or clogs date back to the 13th century in the Netherlands. Well-worn Klompen were often repurposed as little boats that children could float on the canals in Holland. This cart is celebrating its 25th anniversary in the Tulip Time Parade. Our parade features several floats that that display the variety of beautiful Dutch costumes. On this you can see represented the villages of Marken, Urk, Hindelopen, Walcheren, Bunschoten, Volendam, Staphorst, and Huizen. Following that is a favorite of our community groups, the Big Red Fight. Tonight, riding are members of the Pella Duchesses, a group of 16 high school girls who serve as ambassadors, singing, dancing to entertain, and promote our community. Let's cheer them up. Thank you to the Allen and Newman Family Dentistry for sponsoring The next boat is based on the Dutch story, The Boy Who Held Back the Sea. This entry was constructed by the Tulip Time Steering Committee along with volunteers and features a young Dutch hero stopping a leak in the dike. It also features an authentic sluice gate. The Dutch Masters Antique Auto Club was formed in 1868 with just a few members, and now special float features a tulip that opens to reveal a magical carriage carrying the young festival attendants. You will also notice replicas of our Central Park sundial and fountain. This float received a complete makeover thanks to PEI, a local Pella company. They provided the much